Hello, good morning. For today's lesson, we'll be looking at the part of the computer mouse. Last week, we talked about the computer. Now, I hope by this time you all know what a computer is. Can you tell me what a computer is? Okay, we said a computer is an electronic device that accepts data, processes the data, stores data, and gives out information. We also made mention of some devices that are referred to as computers. We mentioned the desktop computer, the laptop, tablet PCs, smartphones or mobile phones, iPhones, and tablets are some of the examples of computers. For today, we'll talk more about the parts of the computer and look at the part of the computer mouse. So at the end of this lesson, you should be familiar with the computer mouse and its parts. Now let's look at how a desktop computer looks like. So this is how the desktop computer looks like. We can see that it's having different parts coming together to form the computer system. We can see at this side a system unit. Then here we have a monitor. Then down here we have a keyboard. Then at this side we have a computer mouse. Now let's look at what a computer mouse is. A computer mouse is a component of the computer which is a handheld device. We hold it with our palm or our hand. So it's a handheld device that is used to control the movement of the cursor or the mouse pointer on the desktop or the monitor screen. So whenever you on a computer, on the monitor screen, you always see an arrow. The arrow is what we refer to as the mouse pointer or the cursor. And before you can move the cursor or the mouse pointer on the computer monitor screen or on the desktop screen, unless you move or drag the mouse. So the mouse is the main device used to control the mouse pointer on the monitor screen. Now this is how the mouse looks like. We have this to be a computer mouse. And as we can see, it's having different parts. So this is what we are coming to look at. Can you mention some of the parts of the computer mouse? Let me point to it so that you mention their names. Okay, let's move to this side. What's the name? Okay, then this side. Okay, let's come here. What of this side? Okay, then the one in the middle. Then what of this side? Okay, I hope by this time you have mentioned some of the parts of the mouse. Now let's look at our answers, whether they are correct or not. So these are the parts of the computer mouse. We have this side to be a button, and that's the right button. That's where we normally put our index finger. So whenever you hold the computer mouse, where you have your index finger, that's what we call the right button. Then at the other side, where we have the middle finger, that's what we refer to as the left mouse button. So at this side we have the right mouse button, then at the other side we have the left mouse button. Now in the middle, we have something over there which is referred to as the scroll wheel. The scroll wheel. So we have that one too in the middle. Then when we come here, we have a cable, which most at times we connect 8 ports to the system unit. So what we have here, we don't call it a wire. We call it a cable or a cord. Then at this side, we have the palm rest or the body. So for the mouse, it has 5 main parts. We have the right mouse button, the left mouse button, the scroll wheel, the palm rest or the body, then we have the cable or the cord. So these are the parts of the computer mouse. For the buttons, it has their own function. The left button has its own function, what it is being used for. The right two has its own function. The scroll wheel has its own function, what we can use it for. But for the palm rest, that's where we have our palm resting whenever we hold the mouse. Then the cable is also having a USB port at the end of it, which is connected to the system unit so that you can stretch it onto your table whenever you are using the computer. So these are the main parts. You have to study them well. We have 5 main parts for the computer mouse. Now let's look at the function or the uses of the computer mouse. The first one, the computer mouse is used to scroll pages of documents up and down when typing. So whenever you are typing on a computer, we can use the scroll wheel, which is in between the left button and the right button. It can be used to move the page where we are typing up and down. The next one, the computer mouse is used in opening files and applications on the computer by double clicking. So we can use the mouse to open and launch applications on the computer. The next one, the mouse can also be used in playing of games on the computer. So these are few uses of the computer mouse. It has other uses too. We'll end our lesson here and continue next week, Tuesday. Bye.